Alrighty, here we are. This is on a Saturday morning. A little more humid today than it was yesterday, doggone it. Hey, Blue.
Hey, Blue.
Our neighbor dog came over to say hi. So anyway, we're going to, I'm going to lightly sand this now. The hardener has been on it 24 hours or, about overnight anyway. And we're going to start putting the tung oil finish by Minwax on here. Again, it's a product I've used for many years, and I like it. It gives a nice hard finish, and it lasts for a long time. I've got guitars in the house that are approaching that 20-year mark that's been done at that date and time, and the other thing that's changed is it does darken up over time. The Minwax tung oil finish does have an amber sheen to it, and it does age with time, which I like. So if you want something that stays clear, then you need to go with poly or some other thing, So anyway, I'm going to just go over this with some 400 grit sandpaper here. My helper, who's walked out of the room for now, was nice enough to get me some paper towels out. On my last video, I asked the question, when you think you ought to retire from music and other things too. And I know it's up to the individual, but I was just talking to somebody just a minute ago, and I think it's wise to have some wisdom in all things that we do, and to know when to lay it down. Remember that old song by Kenny Rogers, know when to fold them, know when to walk away. And don't want to embarrass yourself by pushing through. The same way as if you're sick. If you're sick, stay home. Gee whiz. You think some of us would have learned our lesson, especially when we had COVID going around. Stay home and do not affect other people. And not everybody is safe from getting sick. A few years back, I got sick and wound up in the ER. So it's all because somebody just had to be where I was at that was sick. So they spread the disease. And stay home, take care of yourself, think about others, not just yourself. I get it. I totally understand about your passion and wanting to play music, or even your job, how much you want to stay with your job and work. And I know we get bosses sometimes out there that think you should be able to work while you're sick. But again, some of that changed when we had COVID, and it's time, people, just to park it, get better, go to the doctor, get drugs, whatever you need to do to get better, then do it. But stay away from people if you're sick. And why do you want to? What are you trying to prove by working or playing music at church or at a venue and you're sick? I've been there, done it myself. When I was really young, in my early 20s, I played at a church. I had 102 fever that night and passed out afterwards. Was it worth it? I don't know. Well, what did I prove to anybody? Nothing at all. That I can play sick. That's about all I proved. But So just stay at home. Let your body heal. And I'm done with Brett. He was just here. Looking for the neighbor's dog. He was just in here pestering me. I don't know where he went. Probably looking for chickens. Our other neighbors on the other side here have chickens they let out, and they come over here in our yard. I don't know why they do that, but they come over here. But anyway, I hope you guys get my drift on that. And if you're getting to the point like I am where you're starting to blank out on stage and stuff like that, maybe it's time to just stop what you're doing. I've had my fun in the sun. I've had my moments of fame. I've been on television and radio, and I can't even count how many concerts I've been in. And it's all been good. And now I'm starting to head towards another chapter of my life, and it's just time to let it go. And again, I know it's easier said than done. I'm living it. But, trying to step down and let some of the younger people step up and do what they need to do. I was once young. In fact, it's funny. I was playing at this one place one time, and I said, this is back when I was really young. Who's that young kid up there? And now I hear, who's that old fart up there? It's just kind of funny to me. A lot of places now, like a lot of churches these days, a lot of these worship teams that are out there won't even let you be on the team if you're over 40 years old. Which I think is a bad thing for that worship team. There's a lot you can learn from us older people that have been around forever. I've played more notes than probably most of you ever will for the rest of your lives. And played more notes and forgotten more songs. Back in my early days, we had to memorize all of our music. We didn't have charts in front of us. And I'm surprised sometimes when I sit down and play how many songs I can remember from my past. It's crazy. And all right, I think we're ready to start putting some tung oil finish on this thing. Again, my partner in crime, she's out and about, goofing off. Check, make sure we're still on video here. Yeah, it looks like it. Again, this is what I'll be using. And once again, I'll say yes, I know it's not real tung oil. And nowhere on the can does it claim to be real tung oil. It says it's giving you a tung oil-like finish. And which is fine with me. All I know is this stuff works. It works well. If it didn't, I wouldn't be using it. Oh, did you finally decide to show back up?
You're doing just fine. Mighty fine without me.
What I like to do is shake it up some. It's been sitting for a while again. It's always good to have it well mixed. So what I just did, I went over it with 400 grit sandpaper, and I just did a light sanding on it to help get smoothing it out some. And It'll just help let the stuff flow a little smoother. I don't use anything over 800 grit on it at this point. So anyway, I just take one of my paper towels, fold it over, dump a little bit out on the paper towel. And then we'll just start smoothing that on there. This is the first coat of mini. That we'll be applying, so I'm not in a huge concern about getting it all covered on the first try. And I like to apply it in thin coats. The can recommends you flood it and you come back over it, you buff it off and you flood it again. Well, I don't like doing that. I think it's a waste of material. And I can get there, achieve the same type of finish that I want doing it this way. What we're going to do is we'll probably try to put 3 coats on today. And then I'll let it set all night. Come back out tomorrow. Do another light sanding on it. And then we'll apply 3 more coats. Then I'll look at it and see where it's at, if I like it or not. And if I want to put more on it, I will. But usually I wind up putting 6 to 8 coats on it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this over to my rack and hang it up, because I have a thing over there that I made, but it fits humbuckers, but it won't fit my P90 holes. So we're going to hang this on my rack. I need to go move my other
Can you do it?
rack.
Okay.
I just got thinking tomorrow's Sunday, so we won't do anything on it tomorrow.
Yep.
One of the advantages of doing rub-on finish on anything is you don't have all that spray in the air that you have to breathe. So you don't really have to mask up when doing this process, especially if you're outside and like we are today out here in the shop with the door open. There shouldn't be any concerns about anything. And if you want to wear a mask, that's up to you. You can. I do recommend wearing gloves because the stuff can get sticky. A little rough on the skin. But it's going along really nice and smooth, just like I hoped for. That's what's nice about using that hardener on it. It's kind of like fills in the pores of the wood. Just makes things a little easier to do. And kind of like painting, I like to overlap what I'm doing. You don't have to go in circles. If you follow along with French polishing, they always go in circles. But you don't have to. Again, it's just from experience. Been used, like I said, I've used this product for a long time now, well over 20 years now. Not just on guitars, but on furniture. And it always seems to work fine. we're gonna let that set for a couple hours, and I'll come back out, put a second coat on here, let that dry for a couple hours, put my third and final coat on, and then we'll let it set overnight. And probably Monday I'll come back in, put 3 more coats on it, and we'll evaluate it, see what it looks like, see where it's going. And I may leave it at 6 coats, and I may put another 3 coats on, which that would be 9 coats altogether. And on the 9th coat, usually is when it starts to get shiny. And so I'll debate if I want it shiny or if I want to leave it flat. So anyway, that's where we're at today. And I'll be talking at you later on. Bye. Alright, back out to shop again. A little afternoon, I think. Somewhere in there. And I'm going to put the second coat of this Minwax tung oil finish on it, on the guitar. I think I'll start up here at the headstock. Headstock, peg head, tuning, whatchamacallit, whatever you want to call it.
Thingamajig?
Thingamajig, thingamabob.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna mess around, this thing gonna fall right off of here. Oh, goodness. There we go. Should do there.
Okay. Kind of moved again. Is it all right?
Yeah, I think so. It's only the second coat, and the neck's already starting to try to shine up on me here. Which is all right. It's nice to know that this project is finally getting the finish put on it, and hopefully by this time next week we'll start putting this thing together. Probably even sooner than that, depends on how things go the next few days. Like I said, tomorrow will be a lost cause because I have church and stuff tomorrow. I like to rest for a day. Sounds like our neighbor's got his lawnmower out. Seems like here, let it. That's all I get is a bunch of noise going on and around me again. Whenever I make a video. I can sit on my hiney all day and not do a thing and nobody making any noise, but you let me turn that camera on. Kind of like getting on the phone. Nobody has anything to say until you get on the phone. I rarely ever get phone calls, but it seems like every time somebody calls me, I get people texting me. YouTube is pinging my phone, and all at once. I don't know what it is with texting lately, but I'll get a text from somebody, I go to check it, and all of a sudden there's like 4 or 5 other texts on there that came in at the same exact time. What's up with that? Isn't that weird how that happens? Well, it's looking pretty good. I don't know how much of that's coming out on the camera, but it sure is looking good here on my end of things. And this is the only second coat. I can't wait to see what's going to look like when I get a couple more coats on here. Like I said, my goal is to get 3 coats on today. And then we'll have to wait till Monday and I'll apply 3 more coats. Trying not to get anything on the fretboard. Alright, there we have it. That's our second coat for the day.
Turn it off or not?
No, leave it on. Anyway, there's our second coat for the day. And I'll bring you back in a couple more hours and we'll put the third and final coat in and that'll be it for the whole day. And we'll let her sit all night and then I'll come back in on Monday and do a part 2 of the Minwax tung oil finish on this guitar. And I don't know, what do y'all think? I think it's looking pretty good. That spalted poplar is really looking good.
Always does.
Yeah, it really does. Lots of character, lots of just good looking wood. So anyway, I'll bring you back in for the last and final coat in just a little while, and then I'll put these videos together and I'll be talking at you. Here we are, third and final for the day. I'll let this dry for another couple hours and I'll take it in the house. But as you can see, it goes pretty quick. Like I said, on Monday I'll reevaluate it. And then it's probably going to get 3 more coats put on. That'll make 6. And then by Monday night, I'll look at it again and figure out if I want to put 3 more, which that would make it 9 coats of this tung oil finish. But the way it's looking, I may not have to go that far. It's looking pretty good. I mean, it's already starting to shine, and this is the 3rd coat. And but what I like to do now, come Monday, I'll go over it with some either 800 or 1200 or 1500, whatever sandpaper I got left laying around here. And I'll just lightly go over it to kind of get the dust bunnies off of it. And then we'll put on another 2 or 3 coats, and that should look pretty good. And because right now it's looking really good, and I may not need the 9th coat on it. If all this made sense to you. Can you see that on camera?
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, it's looking pretty nice. And let's fix this.
Mm-hmm.
That ought to work better.
Mm-hmm. It's about time I showed you how to do it.
I know, it's about time you did that. My wife and I have this ongoing joke about when I do something for her, I always complain, I do everything around here. And if she does something for me, I do everything around here. So that's kind of like our little joke that we do. And if I fix something, she fixed it. And if she fixed something, I fixed it. That's what husband and wives do. They joke around. Right, honey?
Yes, dear. Did you do it right, hon?
Yep.
Okay. Just want to make sure I did all right. Okay. I'm gonna get a beating tonight, you know.
Don't say that.
Oh, I can't sit down now.
You'll restrict my video. I bet you a lot of those people out there in the YouTube land can really tell you're used and abused.
Well, no, I don't have bruises. Dang it. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to have to take another 3 coats. After I stand here and kind of move it in the light, I can see things where it's going to need some more attention. But it sure is looking
yeah,
good
it's
so
looking
far.
good. Come around the side.
Yep, looking good. All right, that's the 3rd and final coat for today. Today is a Saturday, and we'll come back in on Monday or Tuesday, and depending on how the weather is and how I'm feeling and all that stuff. Well, I got 201 subscribers. I broke 200. I just get tickled over it, that's all. I'm glad somebody out there is getting something out of my videos. And this guitar is really looking good. I'm really liking it a lot. And I can't wait to get her together. Here's a question, if you guys don't mind commenting on it. The pickup covers right now are ivory. What do you think if I painted them black? Do you think that would look better than the ivory? Let me know. And because I have a ways yet, but before I install them, I need to either paint them or leave them ivory color. And 'cause that's the only ivory that's going to be on it. And I'm just thinking with all the black striping that's in it, the dark fretboard, I think maybe the black might look better. And so I was just going to spray paint them black. And I don't see any harm in doing that, so that's what I might do. But let me know. I try to make my videos as I'm doing these things, and I don't do them when you see them. It's just like either the same day or the next day that after I've worked on them, and I don't post them 3 weeks in advance and all that. So like a couple guys online on YouTube right now, they'll post something, but it was 3 weeks ago that they did it. And so sometimes I don't see why you'd even comment or ask somebody to comment on something that if you've already made up your mind on what you're going to do. Mine's in real time. So just tell me what you think. Black or ivory pickup covers for the P90s. Alrighty. This is Stealth Guitar and his wife, and we'll say goodbye until later on the next week. Bye now.